Hey guys, and welcome back into our news segment, 100 Yards with Stephen Hargis. And today we're at Red Bank High School with head coach Chris Brown. Chris, good to see you again.
I appreciate you being here.
We are rapidly approaching the season, guys, so we are going to get going right here with Chris, talk a little bit about Red Bank football coming up. Chris, all right, you are entering your second season now.
Yes, sir.
Biggest thing you learned from your first season, or the biggest change from season 1 to season 2 would be what?
Biggest change going into season 2, the kids have a baseline expectation of discipline and attention to detail. We came in as a staff and sort of shocked them with all our policies and the way that we expect things to be done, and it's been a much smoother transition into year 2.
You, unfortunately, you graduated a Mr. Football caliber athlete, one of the best athletes in our area, Calvin Jackson. Good luck, Calvin, as he's about to begin his college career. You don't have probably one guy who can do all the things that he did, but who are a couple of kids, maybe several, that you're anxious to see what they can do for you guys this year?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. We don't have any one player that can make up for his production, but when you have Lucas Brown as a receiver, we expect another great year out of him. A young guy named Kel Eddins, younger brother of Keontae Davis for the Patriots.
Yeah.
He'll be a rising junior. We expect to take a big step forward. Another senior, Sincere Thomas, in the receiving core. That combination that we feel like will really fill the gap at receiver, plus Lemire Strickland back at running back.
Oh, yeah.
We feel like we have the tools to amass what he left.
Now, a couple of guys you do have that you can kind of hang your hat on, Maddox Wilkie, offensively. I mean, what it means to have a quarterback, this will be, what, his third year as a starter?
Third year as a starter.
What it means on that side of the ball to have your leader, and then also your leading tackler, Clark Lockerbie, having those two guys on each side of the ball.
Well, the key there is leadership. When you have experience coming back to quarterback, let alone a third-year starter, it settles the entire offense, and not only is he a fantastic player in his own right, just his calmness, his ability to run the offense is huge for us. And same with Clark on defense. 109 tackles last year, and we expect another big productive year out of him. And another linebacker, rising senior Eli Massengale, two very strong defensive players for us that we feel like we can build around as we replace a lot of guys who graduated on that side of the ball.
Now, one thing you guys have done in the off season, I know you've added a couple of former head coaches to your staff. Shannon Williams, who was at Ooltewah, among other places, as a head coach. Ted Gatewood, who played right here, starred here, is a former Red Bank Lion himself, went on to Memphis, has coached at Ooltewah himself, was the first guy to get Ooltewah to the playoffs, then at East Hamilton got them in the playoffs. What it means to have two guys like that with their experience and what they bring to the staff?
Well, their knowledge, their investment in the kids, it's tremendous. I mean, they have no ego. They're just fantastic football minds and better men and better families. So when you add that to your staff, you don't get worse. So we're extremely excited to have added both pieces.
And something else you guys did, you really bumped up your schedule.
Yeah.
For coming into this season, I think you've got what? Name some of the schools you've added non-region. I think Ooltewah, East Hamilton, South Pitt. I mean, just talk about some of the schools that you've added to your schedule in non-region and the reason why you wanted to bump up the schedule.
Yeah, the whole idea was we have to play quality football programs if we want to advance into the playoffs, and to do that, then we had to seek out the best competition that we could, and we wanted to stay as close to home and perhaps renew some old rivalries and not have to travel hour and a half away. So with that in mind, we kept Saudi Daisy, scheduled Ooltewah, East Hamilton, South Pittsburgh, and Ray County, and decided that's the best route that we can go to be the best football team we can be come November.
And you guys, I mean, guys, Red Bank has been for years and years a perennial power in Chattanooga. Always, not just a playoff contender, but going to make those deep runs in the playoffs. This is the guy with his staff and his returners that they're really excited in this community, and I know it means a lot in this community.
It does.
In Red Bank. I mean, we're here at Tom Weathers Field. Not many places have the tradition that Red Bank has. What does that mean? I mean, when you're a new head coach and you started a program where maybe there's not as much tradition, you can kind of start your own. But I mean, you're at a program where you've inherited a ton of tradition. What does that mean to you, Chris?
You have to respect it. You have to appreciate it. You have to cultivate it and embrace it. It means that you represent a lot more than just yourself and your own program. You represent decades of success and hollow tradition. And that's a tremendous weight to carry, but it's also a powerful one. So you have to pay homage to it.
Well, guys, Chris Brown, looking for big things again from Red Bank. We will see you guys again with another edition of 100 Yards with Stephen Hargis. We'll also see you guys back here quite a bit. I know we were here last year several times for Player of the Week. We're going to be here. I'm sure we'll have more of those coming up this year. Lots and lots of times that we'll be here on Friday nights for games. So stay tuned to the Lions and stay tuned to 100 Yards with Stephen Hargis.